Well, hello all. Yeah, it's a hot one today too. It's been hot all week. 100 degrees today. It's been in the hundreds for a week now, or about 4 or 5 days. And it's been hard to do a video. Today's the last day of the 100-degree weather here in San Francisco and the Bay Area. And we're supposed to be in the high 90s and the high 80s day after day for a while. And then next week we go back up into the 100s. So, on a sweat, hotty day, today I wanted to talk about something that's going on around the planet, and that's conspiracy theories run amok. As climate change gets worse and worse, and we end up with more and more conspiracies by the day, every day, the right-wing spin machines on Fox News here in the US and other broadcasts around the world spin up nonsense, such as what happened in Hawaii, where 101 people so far confirmed dead from the fires, and they're saying that laser beams from space caused the fires, that the wealthy got a hold of the US government and are using the satellites, the military satellites, which are weaponized with lasers, to start all the fires so they can burn out all the poor people and let the wealthy people take over. Well, I've heard nonsense, but that one takes the cake. A lot of people up here today with their dogs and all, so I have to keep waiting for each and every person to pass by because they want to play right where I am. So that's what's going on. So anyway, the conspiracy keeps going, and they're saying that laser beams are being caused by military satellites by the US military, which is not true. And here comes another dog person. Hang on. Okay, there's about 14, I count 14 more people with dogs coming up the street, so we'll just try and do this as fast as we can. One reason that lasers are not deployed in space is because a laser takes an enormous amount of power, a lot more than any kind of battery system that we have so far can do. The only lasers that are really being used these days are medical lasers, which take an enormous amount of power, but they have power right from the hospital that they're working in, and some industry that use lasers to cut their emblems into their wood products, such as cutting boards, that sort of thing. They'll etch their name into it with a laser. But as far as military uses or anything like that, not available. This just takes way too much power, in the gigawatts of power, to fire a laser that will do anything like start a fire or anything. Another thing is these lasers, they're showing pictures of lasers being shot down from space. As they show them shooting into the fire itself. Why would you shoot a laser into a fire? Wouldn't you shoot a laser into a building that isn't burning yet to start a fire? They didn't think of that one when they come up with their spin machine, their nonsense machine. And it's just incredible how stupid people are to believe in this cockamamie conspiracy nonsense that's going around. Now, as climate change continues, Paul Beckwith came out with a new video talking about how we're going to hit 1.5 C scientifically. According to science, we're going to hit that this year or next year for sure. And here comes the next dog person. Okay, about 13 more to go. So anyway, so according to the science, we're about to go into 1.5 C, and according to Paul, it'll probably be permanently. And year after that, we'll get hotter and hotter, faster and faster, until we reach 2 degrees C, about 2025 or 2026, maybe even a little bit further along than that. But once we reach those numbers, trying to mitigate climate change will be pretty much something we can't do, and we'll just have to live with whatever's left of the planet. It'll be hard to eat, it'll be hard to find food because the plants can't grow because of the heat. Now, another scientific journal came out and talked about, here comes the next one, talked about where the places in the U.S. will be the hardest to live in the next few years, like 1 to 2 years from now and on. It'll be Arizona will be the worst state to live in. It'll be the hottest and the most dangerous. Fires, because all the wood structures will automatically catch fire and will spread like they do with forest fires, except it'll be one house to another to another. We've already seen that in Hawaii, where they're expecting 1,300 more deaths as soon as they can identify all the different bones and things that are in the burnt fires. This will become the norm, and they say that the southeast will become sparsely populated because the humidity and the heat will be too high, and the wet bulb temperatures will be too hard to put up with, and air conditioning won't mitigate the problem. So the places that, of course, will be livable for the next 4 to 5 years will be the northeast, the north, and the northwest will be the best places to live, and where you'll see that a lot of the herds of humans will start to move from the south to the north to get away from the heat. Unfortunately, this won't help because you're still going to have trouble growing food, because the further north you go, the less fertile the soils are, and it's harder to grow anything that's substantial and that will allow you to survive on. There'll be a lot of beans planted and some wheat and that sort of thing, but all in all, fruits and vegetables will be a thing of the past in the not too distant future as climate change continues. Bunch more dog people coming, and so there you have it. It's going to get worse and worse. It's not going to get better. And for crying out loud, people ignore the spin machines, the right-wing conspiracy spin machines. All they're going to do is worry you over nothing. Pay attention to the science. The people that are putting science out, there's plenty of it. You just have to look for it, and you'll see that, well, this one doesn't have a dog. How about that? Person without a dog. So with that, hopefully we won't have any more major fires this summer here in the U.S. and other places in the world. The floods are now taking over, in China especially, huge floods and lots of death over there. They're saying that the death toll from climate change will become more than what the death toll is for auto accidents, which is about, auto accidents are about 130 per 100,000 per week from car accidents. They're saying climate change will move from below that to above that to about 148,000 people per 100,000 will die from climate change. This is going to be the norm. The dog people are coming by the droves now. So I appreciate any comments you have on this. The ups, the downs, and what's happening in your part of the country around where you live on the planet. Let us know. Let everybody know. And until next time.